Happy Thursday, everyone. How are you all doing? It's good to see you again. Today, I wanted to talk about what I do, which is strategy. I'm a strategist. I love doing strategies. And I wanted to share with you 5 things I do that I believe make my strategies good. And if you're a strategist, and you might want to consider doing some of these things if you're not already doing them, in order to help you become better at what you do. So let's kick off. The first thing I do always is I always make sure that I have my own briefs. I write my own briefs. I take the client's brief, I take the internal agency brief, I then translate that into something that I understand and secure alignment on expectations from stakeholders before I start any work. That means I'm asking all the questions, trying to plug all the gaps, and making sure that there's real clarity of direction before I start work on any project. The second thing I do is I gather data upfront, as much data upfront as possible. So that's everything from audience research to competitor insights, case studies, best practices. I gather them from whatever sources I can get my hand off tools, desktop research, whatever I need to do, and whatever's available to me. And I get that all in place, and then I literally block book time to run through all of that information and pull out the key insights. And what I find that helps me to do is really push the innovation in my work by really pulling all these insights and looking for the things and the opportunities that other people are doing or that are existing in the market really helps elevate the work that I'm doing. So if you're not doing that research and you're just going on gut feel, I think it's really important to do that work. The third thing I do, and this is not in order, but really what I do is, and it's been one of the most important things that I've started to do, and I started this thankfully quite early in my career. I was given advice to think on paper, not on PowerPoint. PowerPoint is very constricting and limiting to thinking. You start to think in that templatized formats of bullets, whereas actually what you need to do is sketch things out, mind map, write things out as much as possible, distill, rewrite it again until it gets clear. And if you're not working on paper, do it on Word, do it on a word processor. Don't think in PowerPoint. It is very limiting. Think on paper. It makes a world of difference, and it helps you get down to that really refined story at the end. Once I've got that story at the end, the thing that's really important that I do after that is I sense check my thinking with everyone. I don't exist in a vacuum, and it's really important that people who understand what you're trying to say can pin holes in what you're saying, and that you get that third party input. It really helps refine the thinking, make it more accessible to people. You know where you're over communicating, where things are confusing, and you should do this before you step into any boardroom or meeting room. Really, in your spare time as part of your process, don't leave reviews for the time that you're presenting. Make sure that you're reviewing throughout the process of writing the presentation. And then the fourth thing I do, the final thing I do, and it's not in order, but it is in order because I leave slides right for the end of the process. I don't work in PowerPoint or on Google Slides or in any presentation deck until I've got my thinking clear, and I leave those slides for the right to the end, and that's where I add all the detail, all the diagrams, all the bells and whistles, all the design flair really comes right at the end of the process. And in fact, it's the shortest part of pulling the presentation together is actually putting the slides together. That's what I found. If you've got a great story, it's possible to pull slides together in half a day. It depends on obviously the scale of the presentation, but if you've got the right story together and you've got it all clear, it doesn't take long to pull slides together. So those are the 5 things I wanted to share with you today. I hope any budding strategists or existing strategists out there might benefit from that. If you're a strategist and you've got any thinking or ideas you want to add to this conversation, please feel free to do below in the comments. And yeah, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Take it easy.